Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So, how was your guys' day? I didn't get hardly any time in my craft room, and I actually did my Facebook Live for tonight. I prepped that, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. No, Monday I was traveling, so I prepped it on Tuesday. So I actually just relaxed today, and I really wish I would have taken a nap. Naps are so underrated. We really should take naps every single day. I really think in the workplace, they should allow a 2 hour nap, and you don't have to work any extra to get that. I do wish I would have taken a nap, but I didn't. I have to work tomorrow morning at 3, and I knew it was going to mess me up. So, but I did just relax a little bit. I did a Zoom call and started working on my Christmas cards. Actually, I did start a couple weeks ago. I'm just continually working on them. So that was my day. Hopefully, you guys had a good one. Today's card is going to be another gift card, and we're using the same Snowy Wonder set. So I'm super excited to show you guys the card. Let's point you over so we can get started. Actually, you can see a little bit of my paper in the corner, so I'm going to scooch that to the side. But again, like on Tuesday, I'm using the amazing, iconic Celebration Designer Series paper. It's so fun, so versatile. And I actually did the calendar class in this. I've done the home sign in this. I've used a lot of this paper. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you still definitely have time. It is well worth it. Good evening, Darlene. Welcome. So I'm using the same Snowy Wonder that I did on Tuesday. And this little snowman, seriously, I think I've used him on every single card. This entire set, Season's Greeting, the snowman, the Let It Snow, the little penguin, forgot his name, the candy cane, the presents, literally such an amazing set. The only thing I haven't used, and I know you guys are probably going to be shocked when I tell you this, is I did not use these to really make it the snow globe pattern that it was supposed to be. I know it's crazy. I actually love using product for different things and not what it's intended to be used for. So I think I have succeeded with this set. So anyway, that's the stamp set. For some reason, my Facebook decided to populate an old video. That is like super weird. So let me just make sure we were on just fine. Okay, now we're up. I am bringing the cherry cobbler back in, and I am using the season's greeting up here at the top. So let's bring in the card that we're going to be making. It's actually super quick and easy. I won't lie, there is a bit of cutting to do, but you open it up and your gift card slides right inside. And yes, I still have my Happy Valentine's Day Starbucks one sitting right here. And I found this one and there is $20 on it. So I think I'm going to go to AJ's for my Christmas or for my Thanksgiving menu and use this gift card. But I do probably need to save it so I can put it back on my craft room table. But that is a super sweet card that we're going to be doing today. Okay, let's bring in what you're going to need. And if you didn't watch my Tuesdays live, I want to show you a little trick. You might already know this, or if you did watch on Tuesday, you probably didn't hear me say this already, but this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of our cardstock. I am going to score the entire thing versus cutting it first and then scoring. So when you cut first, you're going to have to score twice. Doing it this way, you're scoring once and cutting once. So I have the 11-inch side up at the top, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 and 5.5. And I used the wrong ends, so I'm going to go over that again. So that's 5.5 and 1.5. Did you know there were two ends to your scoring tool? So the little end is for cardstock. The larger end is for designer series paper. So the small ball is for cardstock. The big ball is for designer series paper, so it doesn't cut through. Another little tip for you guys. Hello, Joan, welcome. So now I'm gonna bring in my scoring or my cutting tool, and I'm gonna cut this down at 4 1/4. So I scored it at 1 1/2 and 5 1/2, and I'm gonna cut it at 4 1/4. So now I have 2 pieces ready to go. This is how I do all of my prepping. I don't cut and then score. I score and then cut. So now I'm going to fold this in half. Take your bone folder, give that a nice good crease. And I'm just going to take this piece that I scored on and flip it on the inside and give that a nice good score. You can go ahead and glue this together now if you want, but I think I am going to wait just a hot second and decorate and then glue it together. So I have all of our pieces. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. We can go ahead and glue that to the inside. I always forget to glue the basic white piece to the inside of my cards. But this card we're going to have to because we're going to put a strip of designer series paper on the edge. Okay, so that's on the inside. And then I have another piece of basic white, and it is 4 by 3 3/4. And you do have to figure out which way it's going to go. So make sure before you glue and put your ribbon on and before you put your snowman on that you're making sure it is the right direction. And this piece is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. So we want it to go like this. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and glue it down. Perfect. Now I'm going to scoot my card out of the way just so I can work with this for a second. I brought in the cherry cobbler and gold ribbon. It is back in stock, so if you were waiting for it, you can definitely order it now. So I'm going to put a mini glue dot on the end, and I'm just going to come and put it kind of closer to the top. Oh, let me flip the ribbon over because the mini glue dot's on the opposite side. There we go. Grab your paper snips and give it a little trim. I like to leave my ribbon on the spool to tie my bows and to wrap it around my cardstock, just so I don't have excess waste. Because you really only need a smidgen on the end or on the back side for it to flip around. So now we can go ahead and glue this down. Just like that. It actually goes together really easily. And it is one sheet, I should have mentioned that. It is one sheet of 6 by 6 cardstock to make one of these cards. So then I think you get 48 sheets in that pack, so you can definitely get a lot. So our next piece is we have 2 pieces of our designer series paper, and they are 1 inch by 4 inch. So one piece is going to go on the ends, and then the other piece is going to go on your basic white that is 1 1/4 by 4. So these are 3 3/4. I apologize. These are 1 by 3 3/4. I did put all of the measurements in before I went live. So you don't have to worry about writing them down. So we're going to glue one of these strips to the basic white, and that is what's going to go right here. That's why I said sometimes it's easier to go ahead and glue all of your pieces down, and then we can glue our flap in. So there's that. Flip that under, and then we'll add some adhesive to this one. And I'm going to put this one right on the edge. Or not on the edge. I'm keeping the flap closed so I can kind of get the same all the way around. So cute, right? Totally coming together. Now you can grab your tear tape and you only need it on the edges. And I will tell you one more little trick. I always put my gift card, I mean, they're not super thick, but you can use your debit card, you can use a credit card, you can really use whatever you have beside you. I'm going to lay this down before I close it. That's going to give it the little lip that it needs to be able to slide the gift card in and out. And then push that down. And I don't know if it shows very well, but you have that little tiny gap right there. Now, had we just glued it straight, it still would have fit, but it just is nicer to have like that. So there we go. So now we can just decorate our front of our card. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I like to hang the dimensional off the top. I know it sounds weird, but and I don't do it to save a dimensional because they're literally probably a quarter of a penny each. I do it just so it's easier to put his little hat on. There we go. And I probably should have colored his nose before I put him on in case I made a mistake. There we go. And then I have his presents and a little candy cane. And I did it again. I should have put the mini dimension or the mini glue dot or mini dimensional, I was right the first time, under there before I glued him down. And I'm going to grab a mini glue dot and put them right on top of his hand so I can glue down the candy cane. I was very sad because I thought I lost the candy cane die, but I didn't. I must have put it in with another set that has the candy cane, but I was very relieved that I didn't lose it. There we go. And last but not least is our bow and our sentiment. So I'm going to bring in the season's greeting and my cherry cobbler. Ink this up. That looks a little dirty on that side, so we're going to flip it over. Stamp our sentiments. And you could definitely put that right up top. But you know me, I have been fussy cutting so much lately. I like just how little and tiny the sentiment is, and you can focus on the designer series paper and all of the hard work you put into it. I don't know. Call me crazy. You're allowed. I know I am. But I feel like lately it has been needing, things need to be fussy cut. So I already fussy cut the other card we're going to be doing tonight, so you only have to watch me do it once. And I already tied all the bows, so we can get through fussy cutting. And this one is actually really easy because it's a straight line just at the ends, you have to kind of go around. There we go. And I actually forgot to fussy cut the next card before we went live, and I realized it about 1.5 minutes before I went live, and I did it really quick. So it only takes 1.5 minutes to fussy cut. Make sure your sentiment goes on right side up, not upside down. And then we can top it with a bow. And if you're worried about your ribbon moving, you can grab another mini dimension or mini glue dots and tuck it up underneath the bow. There we go. Now it's not going anywhere. So there you go. There is your fun. Another use for this set is to make fun gift card holders. Okay, we'll do the last one. Since we cut 2 at one time, we might as well finish the other one. We can't have a stray piece of cherry cobbler just laying around. Let's grab all of our funness. We'll glue this down first. And this is a good way where you don't forget to glue your inside piece in, is if you attach a piece of designer series paper, you kind of have to. Let's make sure this is all going the right direction. That is not correct. This is the way. And I'll show you what I mean about that in a second. So usually I do my Facebook Live, and then afterwards I do kind of the quick videos. And today I actually came out earlier today and I did my quick video first because I had a few minutes before I did my Zoom call. I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to crank that out and get it off of my to-do list. And I did it backwards. But it still looks really cute. And honestly, I don't think anybody would have noticed if I wouldn't have said anything. But it's okay if we make mistakes. And there really is no mistake. Nobody is, one, going to ever know. And two, we're all human. So go ahead and glue this down. Once I get this put together, I'll show you what I was talking about. Okay, there's that. Let's glue these pieces together. And I will show you in a second as well why I told you it takes one full sheet of designer series paper. There's still one more little thing I want to show you. Okay, so let's put this right here. I think you have a little more than 1/8 of an inch, or right at 1/4 of an inch left over of designer series paper if you make this card. Okay, let's flip this over. Not forget to do this piece. And the tear tape is nice because you don't have to use scissors. You can literally just tear it with your fingernail. And then you can grab your gift card, set it right inside, and then close it. Okay, let's color his nose first. Perfect. And I might have to use the edges of my dimensionals. I'll do it later. We'll just grab a new pack. Hang it off his head a little bit. I'm going to put him or her in the center. Put his hat on. And one of these days, as many of these cards as I have made, I will probably not remember to do that. Mini glue dots. There's that. The mini dimensionals fit perfect on the presents. These right there. And let's see, we have our bow and our sentiments. And then I will show you what I was talking about. Put a mini glue dot underneath there. And then voila, our sentiment is already fussy cut. Hello, Lori, welcome. Oh, yay, you got your tickets for the July retreat. That's awesome. We are gonna have so much fun as usual. Okay, so here are the two that we just did on the live, and this is the original one that I did prior to the live. When I was talking about using the full sheet, you do have enough to do your envelope. So you have a matching card. Everything in life should match. I'm a firm believer in that. And then the one that I did earlier today, that's how it turned out because I did it sideways. I didn't triple check to make sure my dimensions were correct, but you know what? It still looks cute, and nobody would have known that it was technically supposed to look like this, and now it looks like this. But look, I have 4 gift cards, and this paper is absolutely gorgeous. I honestly don't know if the Facebook Live shows how gorgeous this paper is, but there you go. There is another set of gift card holders. So let's see. Is there anything else? I will be back on Tuesday. I will be here Tuesday for Facebook Live. Thursday's Thanksgiving, so I don't think I will be live. I would love to say yes, I will still be live, but I'm probably not. I probably take the day off, spend it with the family. The kids usually come over in the morning, and then we kind of relax in the afternoon and evening. So we'll see if I pop on, but let's just count on that as a no. So I will definitely be back on Tuesday. And if you need any help ordering anything or if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see everybody on Tuesday for another live. We will chat with you soon. Bye bye.